So we start with female reproductive system. In that we know we have four main parts: ovaries, oviducts, uterus, and vagina. So like these four parts. In last two videos we've done with these ovaries and oviduct, a detail about that. Today we'll go with the uterus. So let's see, we'll cover uterus and vagina both together just because vagina is quite simple topic. So let's see uterus. First thing you will see uterus is like what kind of structure. So if I just simply make, this is going to be uterus. What you'll see over here, it's like over here you have fimbriae and other structures. Here we have egg. So this main part is here uterus, which we are going to discuss. Otherwise here comes the oviduct, which we discussed in the last video. So let's see what's written. Yes, first thing you will say about uterus, this is inverted pear like shape. So you can see this will look like a pear. So here comes uterus, which is warm simply when birth of any child is going to happen. So it's like for 9 months during the pregnancy period, what you will see, the baby is lying over this region. Like baby is supposed to stay in this uterus warm like a structure, which is muscular organ with an inverted pear shape, which lies between the bladder and rectum. So yes, you can see rectum lies between the bladder and rectum. So uterus has again three major parts. The first one you see called as fundus, the second one you see called as body, and the third one is cervix. So one more point you will see would be here we have another kind of structure which mentioned cervix. So here, so when we talk about the birth, so kind of cervical canal plus what, plus vagina, which is external genitalia, plus these both together are termed as what, these both together termed as birth canal. So this means birth can be happened here, but there is involvement of vagina. So it's like after uterus we have of course a structure like this, that's called as vagina. So together these both termed as this one. I'm sure it's clear to you. Then these three parts, the fundus, the body, the cervix. So the body, so if we discuss them all, the body, which is the main portion of uterus, which start below from the fallopian tube and continue downward till the urinary wall and cavity start to narrow. So what you'll see here till here, this is the fallopian tube. Again, this is going to be divided into three parts, which we mentioned in last video, but still I could again write it. So here the last one region you'll see will be called as isthmus. The middle one you'll see will be called as ampulla, and here over here the first one you will call as infimbrium. Okay, let's go with another pen. So you see this kind of structure. So they are saying the process starts from this fallopian tube and continue to go until they become a narrow, and here they become narrow and move over here. So I'm sure it's clear to you. So this means they have three regions. First one you'll see called as body. So here this kind of structure, body, the cervix. This second one fundus, the cervix is over here. That's why the cervix region and vagina form a birth canal place. So I'm sure it's clear to you. So main portion is of course carried by about body, which is the middle part here. The body, which is the main portion of the uterus, start below the fallopian tube and continue downward until the urinary walls and this all. Then the lowest section of this, so here comes the lowest section, which is cervix, which extends downward from the isthmus, which I mentioned, until it opens to vagina. So the second part starts from the isthmus and open to the vagina. This entire part is called cervix. Then what you see, the urinary wall is composed of three layers, which are these three layers, which if I could write it before explaining you. So what you see, okay, so we have three kinds of layers. Uterus, which have three lining. The first one you'll see called as perimetrium, which is going to be the first like kind of outer layer. Then comes the second, myo, which is going to be the second one, like middle one. Even whenever you just see word myometrium, and even we have similar covering in heart, myocardium, and these all. So whenever you just see word the myo tells that they have muscles inside. If they have muscles, so this means they will have them in contraction, relaxation. If they'll help in contraction, so why they need contraction over there? When it's like delay time, or it's like baby's going to be having, like babies coming out from the body, so it's like they need few contraction, relaxation for the simple delivery, not for the c-section. So I'm sure it's clear to you. Then comes the third part, which is called as endometrium. Endometrium, which is also called as innermost layer, because this is going to be the innermost, like going to be in quite depth as these. So let's see what's written. Okay, so first there are three layers mentioned here. Three layers: endometrium, myometrium, and perimetrium. The first one here, endometrium, which is the inner epithelial layer. So as I mentioned, endo, which is the inner epithelial layer, which is along with its mucous membrane and its richly supplied with blood vessels. So yes, here in this third one layer, you will see endometrium. We have blood vessels, and a lot of other structures. Then we have second layer, what we see myometrium, which is the middle, as I mentioned, which is made of muscular layer of urinary wall. Of course, there are muscles and dissolve. The first one you see perimetrium, which is outermost layer, covers the uterus. Of course, it covers the uterus and the cervix, which is a narrow opening, provide passage between vaginal cavity and the urinary cavity. So it's clear, I'm sure. So here you can see this the structure. I know a picture is quite blurry, but still, like this oviduct, ovary. Here comes the uterus, urinary bladder, urethra, and a lot of structure like these. Cervix, rectum, vagina, anus. I'm sure it's clear to you. Then comes our last part, which is vagina. So I don't want to make separate video. Let's go. So vagina. If we discuss, vagina is a muscular tube which is used for reception of sperms and delivery of fetus, so called as birth canal, as I mentioned. But mostly we just say the cervix and vagina together called as birth canal. Rest vagina, which is muscular tube-like structure, and which used for reception and delivery time of fetus, so that it helps. Because if I just mention, if a baby is going to be placed here, so what it will do, it will go down to the vagina is the last opening and the last part. So from here baby is supposed to go out from a body at the time of like delivery time basically. So yes, here comes the female reproductive system, like ovaries were done, lies, abdominal cavity, and these all important for oviduct, which is also done. Some shorts clear to you here. This means we have covered all the main points. Here comes the organ. If I just cover this as well, organ, and we have functions. So ovaries produce eggs and sex hormones. And second, which is oviduct, which are fallopian tubes which conduct egg and location of fertilization. Uterus, which is also called as womb, house development of fetus. Vagina receives sperm and serve as a birth canal. Ovaries, which produce eggs and sex hormones. Oviducts, which conduct local, like this is the same part. So I'm sure it's clear to you. Thank you for watching. Bye bye. We'll come with another video.